Thank you for tuning in to It Be Like That. We're in. Everything is bound to happen because hell, it be like that. Today I got three stories for you guys, so let's hit it.
Rushed 32-year-old Deshaun Manuel to Grady's burn unit, where he later died. Fox 5's Rob DiRienzo is live outside Grady Memorial Hospital in downtown Atlanta right now.
Say they arrived to the scene to find that man with burns all over his body. Hours later, he died here at Grady. He leaves behind 5 children who are just beyond heartbroken right now.
He was a good father.
Jacob Manuel has suffered unimaginable heartache. DeKalb police say they found his father, 32-year-old Deshaun Manuel, in these woods off Flat Shoals Road the afternoon of November 16th.
At some point, he was on fire.
Police say Manuel had burns all over his body. His sister Trophy says his condition was critical.
He was still He was transported to Grady, and 11 hours later, he died.
But his family wasn't by his side at Grady. In fact, it took them a whole month to find out where he was.
Announced on November the 16th, and it took them December the 16th for to notify family members.
DeKalb police say they didn't make notification, and it's not clear what took so long. His burns likely made it harder to identify him. Investigators say they're waiting on the ME to rule on the cause of death. His family has so many questions, including if there was any foul play.
Genuinely, really want to understand why his death wasn't investigated. Like many of the deaths that happen over here, why they aren't investigated and why they just carted away.
Those who love Deshaun Manuel gathered near the woodline where police found him releasing balloons into the night sky in his memory.
He was a man of God, and he loved everybody.
He was a father, as you see. He was a brother, an uncle.
Meanwhile, Jacob just really wants his dad back.
I'm gonna miss him. I wish she was still.
It's a damn shame.
Guys, your heart just absolutely breaks for that little boy and those other little kids who just don't have a father tonight. Meanwhile, the family is asking for donations to get his remains back home to Mississippi. We'll have a link to how you can help on our website, fox5atlanta.com.
Terrifying crime caught on MTA surveillance cameras. A woman set on fire while she slept on board a subway train. Tonight,
Damn
alleged
shame.
killer now in custody. As we say good evening on this Monday, I'm Candace Gibson.
And I'm Shirley Chan in for Aaron E. Pix 11's Jay Dow was there for his transport to court and has a story from Coney Island, Brooklyn.
This is the F train platform where it happened. The 60th Precinct Station House just a couple of blocks away from here. And when detectives walked Zapata out of there, he didn't say a word. Spanish for, why did you do it? That was the question over again Monday afternoon as he was led in handcuffs out of the NYPD's 60th Precinct Station House. He's charged with first-degree murder and arson for allegedly fatally setting a woman on fire Sunday morning.
And for what?
Slept on board a stationary F train in Coney Island, Brooklyn. Police say he then calmly stayed at the scene and watched before fleeing. Public reaction.
Oh, he really crazy.
It was a brutal act, and inhumane. He deserves whatever he's going to get.
Damn right.
Officials say surveillance video from inside the subway car and the platform, along with cell phone video, captured the woman being set on fire. Federal immigration officials confirming to Pix 11 News, Zapata is a Guatemalan migrant who arrived in the U.S. in Arizona in June 2018. He was subsequently deported a month later before he illegally re-entered the country. It's unclear
He
where
don't even
and
supposed to
when that
be
happened.
her.
Police officials say Zapata is homeless, and when officers arrested him in Manhattan, he was still carrying a lighter he allegedly used to set the woman on fire. NYPD Police Commissioner Jessica Tisch.
One of the most just depraved crimes one person could possibly commit against another human being. And it took the life of an innocent New Yorker.
Again, it's unclear if Zapata and the victim had any prior connection or knew each other. It's unclear what his state of mind was at the time, but police officials did point out that if there was an immediate psychiatric issue, then he never would have been walked out of the precinct station house.
Tuscaloosa mother says her daughter was killed because of her gender identity. In an article from the Associated Press, she says that her daughter, Cameron Thompson, identified as transgender and believes that she was killed as a part of a hate crime. According to Tuscaloosa police, Thompson was shot to death just after midnight on Monday on East 35th Avenue. They say the shooting was carried out by someone she knew. Because the suspected shooter is still a minor, his identity has not been made public. He is expected to be tried as an adult. Authorities told AP they reviewed Thompson's online activity and found that she had posted on social media about the suspect's sexual orientation prior to her death. In the article, Thompson's mother says that they've not been a transgender girl who said those things online. The suspect wouldn't have lured her out of her home and killed her. But getting Thompson's death classified as a hate crime would be really difficult in our state. According to the Department of Justice, Alabama is one of 9 states that doesn't recognize sexual orientation, gender, or gender identity as a legal classification of a hate crime. 32 states include sexual orientation as part of their classifications, and only 15 include gender identity.
That's crazy. Well, there y'all go. 3 cases that was really uncalled for. The first one being the black male that was found burned in a wooded area, which seemed like was outside of a motel, which was sad to see his kids there, and his oldest seemed like he was crying. But for one to burn another, that's real personal. That take time. So I just pray for his family, and that's just sad that, his family got to go without him. When it comes to the second case, that didn't make no sense. We had a migrant that came in illegally to kill this woman that wasn't doing nothing but trying to sleep, stay warm, and safe on the subway. Because a lot of those that are homeless rides the subway through the night just to stay warm and stay safe, than just being on the street corner somewhere in a corner. And for him to come and then light her on fire, sit there and watch, he need everything negatively done to him because that was uncalled for. And then to find out that he shouldn't even have honestly been over her, and for him to commit that crime, that's a tragedy. Now for the last case, the female transgender, let me get it right, that exposed some information online about her, I guess, sexual partner or a young man that was into her, and for her to reveal sensitive information online, that is deadly, especially to a youngster that feel like they got an image to uphold. I feel like this still was uncalled for, but at the same time, these youngsters have to be conscious on what they do, what they expose. Just because you want to tell your business don't mean everybody else wants their business out there. And I believe exactly what they said. If she wasn't a transgender, none of this wouldn't have never happened. So I hate that all this, went down the way it did. But like I said, the times we live in now, hell, it be like that. To the next one, you guys.